among a handful of guys from Pickerington who are going to play in this game on Saturday. Just a little bit on the history. Yeah, there you go, Lauren. A little bit of the history on the relationships you all have. You and Taco obviously kind of knew each other a little bit growing up. And the pride that you all maybe have as guys from that same town, all representing your schools in this one game.
Yeah. So I mean, I think it's pretty cool. Like I said, we're from suburb of Columbus to have, I think it's 4 guys, Taco, Jake, Pat, and I, to be playing in a big game like this is pretty cool to kind of look back on. And yeah, I mean, like you mentioned, Taco and I, we were playing basketball, I think early on, like 4th, 5th grade. So I've known him for quite a while, and then played with Pat in football growing up, and then Jake I just kind of knew through high school. But
kind of speaks to the development of football in that one area.
Yeah.
Both the high school.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they definitely in the Pickerington area, we put out a lot of guys that play at the next level, and it's testimony, I think, to the coaches and both the programs there.
Jacoby, we talk about your family a lot when it comes to football, but I mean the Boren legacy in the Ohio State-Michigan series, especially, we know what that is and what that means. What does it mean to you that you're the last Boren to be playing in an Ohio State-Michigan game?
Hopefully I'm not the last. Hopefully we'll have the next generation coming through. But it's humbling, to be just to see like my dad, Justin, Zach, play in this game, and it's humbling for me to just kind of be in the same footsteps and know that we have. We've had a great opportunity. Not many people get to play in this game. To know that we've had 4 people, in my family is, like I said, it's humbling. It's a great experience. And, it's the best rivalry game around. So, just like I said, I'm just thankful to be a part of it.
When you were 7, 8, 9 years old,
so much to so many people.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
The Ohio State-Michigan rivalry means so much to so many people. Do you feel like maybe the Borens understand it as well as anyone because you guys know both sides of it?
I think a lot of people that have just played in the game have a great understanding of it, but I mean, I think I might have a little, I guess, different perspective. Like I said, like you said, growing up, I was a fan, up there, and I was around, like my dad, knew Coach Schembeckler well, and I was around him, and so, I mean, I guess I have a great appreciation for that aspect of it, but I mean, pretty much, anyone that plays in this rivalry knows what it's about, and they know it's gonna be a tough game and tough, hard-hitting game, and that's what it is.
when you were 7, 8, 9 years old type, what was that weekend like for you? I mean, what was Saturday like for you for the game with your dad being who he was and knowing both the way he did?
I mean, it was definitely, he always takes it serious, so I mean, it wasn't really relaxed. He gets into the game, so I don't know. I mean, it was, like I said, it was, we'd go up there a lot and stuff, and they'd have, I don't know, I guess reunions and stuff. Mm-hmm. So, and like I said, I think, Bo and Woody, are the 2 iconic coaches in this rivalry. So, I'm, whether he's the coach up there, and now I'm playing here, I'm still, thankful that I got to meet him. So,
Is it weird to you how your dad has flipped on the rivalry? I mean, knowing him when you were 6, 7, like 7 years old, I mean,
yeah,
he really cared,
Yeah,
now he still cares, but for the other reason.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty easy for him. My parents are all about us. They put their kids above everything else. So I think it was pretty easy. When we flipped, he was gonna flip over with us. So.
Hey Jacoby, how close have you guys come to playing as well as you're capable of playing this year?
I think at points this season, we've come close. I'm thinking just right before the bye week, I think Rutgers we were clicking pretty well, and there were other games, but just off the top of my head, I thought we played pretty well against Rutgers, and I mean, it's just something you got to work every week to execute. Your best ability, and something that we're going to be working at this week to improve off last week. So.
Any idea why it's come in fits and starts like it has?
I don't know if there's any one solution. It's just as a whole. I think we all need to take ownership. Everyone that's on there or everyone that's out there playing, just kind of has to reflect on themselves and see what they can do better, and just try to help the team.
You guys were so good last year as a line, and especially this time of year last year. Can you put your finger on what it's been and how frustrating has it been?
I mean, I don't think there's really any one thing. I mean, there's just little things here and there. I mean, sometimes defenses will throw some tough things that, or maybe, I guess can be hard, for us to handle up front if they throw a lot of guys down there. But like I said, just something that we all need to look at. Look ourselves in the mirror and see what we can do to help this team win.
And what's the challenge this week when you look at what Michigan's got up front?
I think it's they have a great front seven. Like the team we played last week, and it's something we need to go to work this week, get better, and that's pretty much it. They have great guys up there, so we're looking forward to the challenge.
Was last week, was Michigan State a good precursor for this game, for what you're facing from a physical standpoint, or whatever you want to put it?
Yeah. I mean, I think Michigan State, they had a great D line and linebacker set, and they were physical, and like this game's gonna be the same way. So it'll be pretty similar to last week. We have to like I said, prepare this week, get better, and get ready for a tough physical game.
You're aware of what Ezekiel Elliott told us after the game, about the offense, and he was disappointed that he only got 12 carries and thought you guys should have gone more to the power like y'all did the week before against Illinois, when things were kind of going haywire. Just where do y'all go from that, from him saying those kind of things and moving on? And I don't know, I mean, what's in your mind of what y'all are all about right now from an offensive standpoint?
Zeke's, he's a passionate guy. So, I think, he was a little frustrated and, he kind of was just saying what was on his mind. But, he's a great guy. He's selfless. And, like I said, we'll handle what we need to handle. And, I know this Saturday he'll be out there and he'll be giving his all, and just like everyone else on this team will be. And, I don't think there's really any issues with that. I know all the guys on this team are gonna be going out week in and week out, and they give everything they have. So,
if y'all felt frustrated though as an offense this year from a rhythmic or consistency standpoint, how frustrating has it been for you guys, Jacoby, with so many people back? And
I don't know. I guess you can get frustrated sometimes, but it's nothing. Football can be frustrating. It's not a game that's cut and dry. It's not just one thing. There's a lot of moving parts to it. So I know we have a lot of great guys on this team that every week in and week out go practice hard and try to prepare each week to win each game. So I know we'll continue doing that. So
from your vantage point, being an offensive lineman, obviously the conditions were not great on Saturday, but what was the issue with the offense, and why did you guys struggle so much?
I think there was. When it comes, there are a couple of different things, but when it comes down to just execution, we weren't able to execute they executed better than we did, and when it comes down to it, when a team's executing better than you are, they're going to win the game. So, like I said, something that we've watched. We're gonna work on it, and we'll be getting better this week. So.
How many teammates will you be hosting this Thanksgiving, since you're one of the local guys? And I'm sure there's a lot of guys who can't get home, but they'll get to your house.
Yeah. So some of the freshman guys, they haven't really committed yet, but any of the younger freshman guys are welcome. I was talking to Jamarca yesterday. He's heading up to Cleveland. But just basically it's open house over at the Boren household. So whoever wants to come over, my mom will be cooking up food.
Teammates giving, huh?
Yeah, exactly. We used to Muarts used to come over too, so that ended about 2 years ago when Jack stopped playing, but that was always fun having them over, so they would usually come down.
How many turkeys does that usually involve?
I don't even know, honestly. By the time I get over there, everything's cooked, so it's all sitting there cut up. I'm sure it's at least a couple, I don't know.
Jacoby, this team is obviously
Couple more questions.
won 3 straight against Michigan. Is there a memory of those wins from your time there that sticks out to you?
I don't know. Just being a part of it, is an awesome experience. I think last year that end of the game when Zeke came out on that run was probably, I guess, one moment, that kind of just sticks in your mind. But, every time that, we get to win against them and get a pair of gold pants is an awesome experience. So
I imagine for the senior class, it'd be nice to sweep.
Yeah, exactly. There's not many people that can say they've done that, so it'd be an awesome accomplishment for us.
Jacoby, what's
Last
the difference preparing for Michigan off a loss as opposed to coming into this game rolling like you guys have been in years past?
I don't really think there's a difference, honestly. I think, it's the game. This is what you come to Ohio State for, is playing this game. Win or lose, I think I'm going to have this. I know I am, and the rest of the guys, I can speak on behalf of them. They'll have the same mentality. It's going to be a tough physical game. They don't like us. We don't like them. We have respect for them, but we don't like them. And, we're going to go out there and give everything we have to get a win. So,
All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks.
yep.